All right, what is up, everybody? I'm the Kiwi Gamer, and today we have something a little bit different. Yeah, I know I'm in Minecraft, but actually that is not what we are going to be doing in today's video. So, a few weeks ago, a particular gaming chair company decided to reach out to me, and they wanted to basically send me a chair and do a review on it. Now, I'm gonna be honest here. I've never done a review on anything ever before. So this is going to be something entirely new for me. I don't know if this is going to be something that I do more of in the future. Honestly, frankly, no idea. But either way, this company is eWin Gaming Chairs. Now, they were seriously so nice about everything so far. They literally sent me a freaking chair, which is so freaking cool because I've never had anybody send me anything before. So, I mean, there's still like a point of like, this is actually kind of cool. Like somebody actually finally sent me something, you know, but I promise I'm not going to be biased or anything in this. I'm going to talk about the chair. I'm going to talk about the things I do like and some of the things that I think could be done at least a little bit better. But either way, I do think it is about time that we go ahead and get started talking about the chair itself. So they sent me over the eWin Night Series ergonomic computer gaming office chair with pillows. So whenever they sent this thing, it was in pretty big freaking box. Okay. It was freaking heavy trying to lug that thing up the stairs into my apartment. But you know what? It was worth it. I will say, because I've never had a gaming chair before in my entire life. And this thing freaking comfy compared to my last chair. Seriously, never had a gaming chair before. I had an office chair as my old thing. I like this. I like the gaming chair. It's nice. But I will also say, actually kind of putting it all together, it wasn't as hard as I've seen some like other people actually mention before in other reviews of this chair. Personally, I did not have that difficult of a time. And I don't know if this is actually something I should say or not, but they did kind of send me, I believe, the wrong set of instructions. Because the ones that I had aren't exactly like perfect to the one chair that I had. There's like a couple extra things, but either way, it's still basically like the same principles, all those kind of things. It's still good. Still good. They send you the instruction booklet. They tell you everything you need to do. Really nice and easy. I didn't have any troubles with it. I didn't have to take anything apart and re-put it back together. So far, everything pretty nice and simple. Now, as I mentioned before, the actual sitting in the chair is also really freaking nice because, like I said, my old chair, it had foam in it, but it was all worn down. It felt like I was sitting on a freaking like metal base, honestly, at that point, and it felt like there was something sticking up into it. That was kind of also weird. But yeah, either way, this thing, it's so comfy. Literally almost everything is a foam kind of like material. It even comes with two high density like foam upholstery pillows, which you got one for your head and also one for your lumbar, so that way you're able to, like, you know, keep yourself nice and straight up. Pretty nice. I definitely like them. Very comfy, actually. And the one thing I will say about the pillow on the bottom is it's not strapped to anything, and as far as I know of, it didn't have anything on it whenever I got it, so it does like to come off and you have to like readjust it, but honestly, it's really not that big a deal. Most of the time it stays, mostly because, I mean, you're sitting on it and it kind of just like folds into it. But either way, I still like it. It's still really comfy, especially compared to a lot of other chairs. And now, as for a couple of the features that the chair has, so this is really, really freaking cool. I didn't know actual gaming chairs or like chairs in general could do this, but there is quite literally a lever on the right side of this chair, and if you hold it, or if you actually pull the lever, it will bring the top half of the chair all the way down, kind of like you adjust in a car seat, kind of something like that, and you can lean it back. Now, the really cool thing is this chair is stable enough for it to go all the way back and you almost to use this chair like a freaking bed. Now, for someone like me who's like constantly like playing games, making videos, editing, that kind of stuff, sometimes I forget like I need to take a nap every so often. So having the ability to literally just take the chair and put it all the way down into a position where I could actually comfortably lay on it, that's really freaking nice. And again, the head pillow makes for a decent pillow, pretty decent pillow. So that's one of the like really cool things about this chair that I am definitely a big fan of. Definitely a step up to anything else I've actually used in the past. Now, with that being said though, because this chair is so stable from being able to like actually bring the back all the way down, it is also available to carry up to 400 pounds on the chair itself. As a Kiwi, I don't weigh that much. I mean, well, I don't know if I should actually advertise myself as that way, but either way, I could definitely fit more of my brethren all over this chair if I really needed to. I can maybe fit up to 1 extra Kiwi, 2 extra Kiwis, 3 extra Kiwis. You know what? Bring in the whole bunch. Bring in the whole bunch. We could fit in like all these Kiwis here, and this chair can handle it no problem at all. And another pretty cool feature to the chair that I actually forgot to mention, along with the ability to move the back up and down, it also does have ergonomic arm arm rest thingies, you know, the things that I would use for like my wings and that kind of stuff. Either way, you can actually just press a little button and the armrest can go either up or down depending on where you need it, and it can click into a certain space, so it doesn't have to be either extremely low or all the way high as possible. Pretty nice. I will say, one of the kind of like issues I have with it is the chair is a little bit narrow, and that kind of makes my armrest into a little bit of a weird position. So I do kind of wish that the armrest could like move outwards and inwards to the chair. Maybe I'm thinking, I don't know for sure, but looking at some of the other chairs, it looks like some of the other chairs have that ability. I don't know for sure though. I do kind of wish it was on this one, but either way, I mean, it's still pretty good. Being able to just adjust the height for it is such a big help for me, because I used to have an issue. Pinky would go numb all the freaking time because of the way I was sitting with the armrest. This helps out so freaking much. So freaking much. So honestly, that is kind of all there really is to the chair. I mean, it's just a chair in its ultimate like sense. I mean, really not exactly everything in the world to talk about it. But seriously though, whenever I say having a comfortable chair has never actually impacted me more than it has now, like this is it's just, I know I probably said this like 20 times already, but I've never had like an actual decent chair like ever, especially whenever I started the YouTube stuff. Like I used to sit in my old college dorm chair. That thing was just like a weird like rocker slanted thing with the back legs. It sucked. And then way back when, before I started YouTube and I was just normal gaming, I had this tiny little armchairless black office chair with like one of those like weird extendable back things to it that had like the weird plastic cover on it, and that even fell apart. Like the back ended up coming off and I just had like a stool basically for a while. That sucked too. So having this, seriously, it helps. It helps so much, especially with me trying to learn to fix up my posture a little bit more, because that is something that I will admit I have struggled with in the past, and this thing, it's able to help me keep my back straight, trying to have like a healthier way of sitting whenever I'm especially doing my videos and stuff. You know, it helps. It helps. And I know I said I wasn't going to be like biased with this review or anything at all, but like seriously, there's really just not much with this chair that I dislike about it. Like I said before, like my only major gripe with it is that the armrest itself, they can't like go in and outwards. So that way I could like maneuver the way I have my arm resting on the actual armrest and that kind of stuff. It would help out. It's not like an absolute necessity for me, but especially with the way I sit, I'm usually like more like spread out in my arms. So it would help to have that like kind of maneuverability. But again, I think there might be other chairs that do that they actually have. I don't know for sure. But either way, yeah, this chair, I freaking love it. It is absolutely awesome. Now, before we do end it here for today's video though, if you guys do want to get this chair for yourselves, they did provide me with a link for it, and it will be down in the description below. It'll lead you to their site where you can choose the chairs that kind of fit more to your needs. And also they did something really cool that I never thought I would ever actually have before. They gave me a code to give you guys to be able to get 20% off your chair purchase. So if you guys use code Kiwi, capital K, lowercase everything else, if you use code Kiwi, you get yourself 20% off your purchase of an eWin gaming chair. That is really freaking cool of them to do that. Honestly, again, never thought I would get to this point where I could actually say, or like my name is put into an actual coupon code. Never thought I'd get there. You know what? Special to me. But yeah, either way, I hope you guys did enjoy this review. Again, I don't normally do reviews of these kind of things, like, ever. So there could be some mistakes in it. I'm going to try my best whenever it comes to just trying to get this as best as I can get it. I hope it didn't come off like too biased or anything. I mean, honestly, I just really like the chair. It's just really nice in general. But yeah, either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Ewing gaming chair. And other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. And you all are awesome.